Hello everyone, I'm Chef Leroy and this is Cooking on the Balcony. Today we are going to show our crock pot stew. We're doing a beef stew in a crock pot. Yes, we're doing it outside. There's a couple things that we're not really sure about. Is the weather. It's not quite 60 degrees out here. It's kind of windy. We think we're probably going to have to add some cooking time to our crock pot. Not really sure. Many people have crock pots. Okay, there's all different styles. Mine has a digital timer on it, some things like that. You don't have to have that. You just have to have, best thing for crock pots is just to have a high and low settings, things like that. Those are really important. I will say though, having a digital style crock pot is really nice to have. You don't have to watch it so much, and you can set it so once it shuts, it'll shut off and it'll actually go into hold, which is pretty nice. I really like this crock pot. It works really nice. I believe this one is a 6-quart. So, I'm going to take the cover off. Okay, as you see in front of me, I have all these items assembled. Okay. Now, in one of my earlier segments, we talked about beef gravy, okay, or gravy in general. And we use the slurry to make our gravy. Well, I have my gravy in my pot. Okay, we're going to use that today to add to our stew. We've already pre-cooked our beef. This is approximately 1 3/4 pounds of beef. Okay, I like to buy. I don't always like to name drop all the time, but Costco has some really nice products there. And one of the products they have big bags, big packages of stew meat. Okay, so I take the stew meat home and I divide it into 3. I trim it down and I cut it into cubes, and then I freeze it. So I freeze part of it so I can pull it out later and use it for other things. Okay, so again, what we have here. We have our crock pot. We have our beef. This is 1.5, a little more than, it's about 3, what did I say? It was 1 3/4 pounds. Okay? It's already pre-cooked. Okay? And I had taken the drippings from this, added to my slurry, made my gravy. Okay? Now in this here, in my 4-cup measure, I have 1 russet potato, which is a large russet. It was approximately 2 cups. The other item I have in here is a rutabaga. Okay, and that's another approximately 2 cups. It was a nice big fat rutabaga. Okay, I don't have a rutabaga out here to show you. It's a really nice root vegetable if you've never used it. It's similar to potato. It's a little harder in its density. I really like them. They're really good. When you get them, they usually have a wax coating on them. Very difficult to peel with a peeler, so I suggest using a knife, a small paring knife. Okay, so we're going to add our other vegetables. Okay, now. In this other container, I have an onion. I basically have 1 nice medium-sized onion. It's almost 2 cups of onion. I have about 1 cup of carrot and about 1 cup of celery. Okay. In the crock pot we go. Now, prep time on this product, it took me approximately 1 hour, but that was also breaking down this big package of beef that I had. So I divided it out and I cut the stuff down and I did all this prep. Yes, I'm a chef, so peeling carrots and chopping vegetables is pretty quick for me. I can do things very fast. It might take you a little bit longer. But I'd say, it should take you approximately 1 hour, and that's browning your beef as your meat is browning. And again, I use my induction cooker to do my browning, my beef, okay? So I did it on that. That worked out good. So again, the recipe, we have about 1 cup of carrot, chopped. You can cut it to the size you want. I usually cut them in nice larger sizes because it's a stew. We have 1 cup of celery. We have about 2 cups of onion. It's about a nice medium onion. We have 1 big russet potato, which equals about 2 cups of potato, and we have 1 rutabaga, which I cut. Actually, I cut that rutabaga in half, and I only used half of it and made about 2 cups. Okay, so. We're going to make ours kind of like a Yankee pot roast style. Yankee pot roast is typically made with a tomato product. So we're going to put some tomato product in here. Use this whole can. Okay, crushed tomato. It's a 28-ounce can of crushed tomato. Okay, I have some minced garlic. I don't usually use these bottle-type garlics, but I couldn't find my other minced garlic. I like to use these. So we're going to add about tablespoon. Minced garlic. Yes, I'm not measuring with a spoon, but that's about a tablespoon. Just letting you know. Okay, next, we're going to put a little bit of thyme in there, okay? Approximately Oops, we're gonna have a chill. We're gonna have a challenge with this wind out here, Margot, and my time is flying.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Hey, that's kind of a double thing.
Freezing.
Time is flying. Okay, so add time to it. Thyme is really nice seasoning to add to the different soups and things. I like to use it in my soups. Okay, so that's our crock pot stew. Now I'm going to add my gravy. And hopefully we don't have too much stuff here. Now the only problem I'm going to have with this is I'm not going to be able to show you today what this product is going to look like when it's cooked fully. By the time this cooks off, it'll be dark outside. So what we might have to do is do another little segment just to show you what the stew looks like once it's finished. Now the carrots and the celery and all those things should really help this all come together really nice with the potato and the rutabaga, and the meat also will cook down and it should get nice and beautiful. So let's take a look and mix it up. Have our spoon out here. Mix that in. My only question on this again is I haven't actually made this all the way through. As you can see, I just did it today and just threw it together. But I would assume that we should have a really nice stew. It'll be with that thickened sauce in there. It should come out stew-like. It may come out more soupy. We'll see how it is after it's cooked. Okay, so cover our crock pot. Gonna move our products out of the way. Have all our little dishes. Move everything in here. Okay, now we're gonna turn it on. So I'm gonna turn it to high. I'm gonna set my timer. I'm gonna set it for 8 hours. And we'll let it go. So right now it's, what are we at? 1:30? Almost 1:30, right? So what is that? 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30? Oh my goodness! It's not going to be done until 9:30 tonight, Margot?
Yeah.
We're going to have a late supper. Well, anyway, this is my crock pot beef stew, okay? You do not have to add tomato to it if you don't care for tomato. There's other ingredients as you could add. I didn't put any salt or pepper in here. I can add some to it later if I choose. I think that the flavor that you're going to get out of that beef stock that I used to make my gravy when I added it to it, plus that tomato product, I'll just give you some advice. You can look at any packaged product. It all has salt in it. It all has, usually all of it has sugar in it too. So I'm just making this all natural as much as I can. So we've got flour, we've got water, we've got stock, we've got stew meat. Also I wanted to mention too, when I did cook off my beef earlier, I did use 1 tablespoon of olive oil when I was cooking my beef off in my pan. I use nonstick, so you don't have to use much oil in nonstick pans. And actually the pan that I use for that one is a ceramic pan. So this is a crock pot, our crock pot segment. Again, you can use whatever crock pot you choose. I did recently, I saw a new crock pot that came out. You can actually sear meat in it, I guess, which would probably be pretty cool because then you could sear your meat right in your crock pot, drain that liquid out, and then you just put everything in the crock pot. Because as you see here, I've got another pot that I had to make the gravy in. Now the slurry, I made it into another container. If you were going to use a traditional roux, which would be, for us, what we do in my industry is we melt down butter and we add flour to it. And I typically make what's called a blonde roux. We don't brown it to make, usually brown roux are used for beef gravies or gumbo, things like that. I typically just use blonde roux, and then I'll usually use a color, which I was telling you earlier about, kitchen bouquet. So, or actually we talked about kitchen bouquet in our gravy segment, about using that as a coloring to add to your gravies. So this is our crock pot segment again. As I said, we are doing crock pot beef stew, and that is pretty much it for this segment. Again, it took about 1 hour to process all the product that's in this pot. and the rest is just put it on, put it in your crock pot. It's really awesome to set it up. What I've done in the past, whenever I've made crock pot items, I'll assemble all my stuff in my crock pot that morning, or the night before. I'll leave my my insert, which you can see, the insert's right here. I'll leave that in my refrigerator with a cover on it, and the next morning when I come out, or next morning I'll put it in my crock pot and I'll turn it on and I'll leave for work. Come home, we have supper. It's ready to go at 6 o'clock or so at night. Well, that's it. Again, this is Cooking on the Balcony with Chef Leroy. Have a great day and good holidays coming up. Thank you.